Hello and welcome back to our third and final game of round 5 here at Adelaide Arena for a special Mother's Day feature round. We're here now watching the girls warm up. We've got we've got the Henley Hawks versus the Mount Lofty Rangers. Mount Lofty Rangers sitting 4th on the ladder, currently sitting at 2 wins and 3 losses. Henley Hawks sitting in 5th, currently sitting with 1 win and 4 losses. So to start the day, we saw the Norwood Bears come up against the USC Lion. Norwood Bears going down in that one. We just watched a thrilling 5-setter between the Austral Phoenix and the South Adelaide Panthers. Austral Phoenix sneaking away with that one in 5. So my name's Regan Fathers. I'm here with Tom Rogers. We will be your commentators for this final game as we have the last 2. Tom, we've had some pretty close battles so far today with these teams sitting 4th and 5th respectively on the ladder. What do you think we can expect to see out of these groups?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit similar to the previous matchup being Austral and South. There's a team with a bit more experience up against the young and upcoming team being Lofty and Henley respectively there. So it's going to be an interesting battle to see whether experience or just young energy is the winner today. But I'm very excited to see how this battle goes. Yeah,
absolutely. And we will give you a bit more of a rundown of what we can expect once we get on court. But to start with, we've got our starting lineup. So for the Henley Hawks, we've got number 11, Kate Zander, number 19, Lucy Knight, number 13, Anna Lalich, number 17, Rebecca Larissa, number 9, Ella Lloyd, number 20, Hannah Frisbee-Smith, and number 1 at Libero, Emily Vuong. For Mount Lofty Rangers, we've got number 23, Alice Kelleher. We've got number 80, Bella Baldwin. Number 9, Zara McCauley. Number 84, Aria Holmes. Number 26, Stella Builder. Number 40, Sophie Dvorak. And at Libero, number 16, Caitlin Eagle. The team's now wrapping up their hitting and serving warm-up. A couple of minutes left on the clock here. Teams coming in for a quick chat before we get our players out on court and get into our rotation lineup. So, Tom, it's been an awesome day of competition so far. It's been a fantastic Mother's Day. It's been a pretty good attendance throughout the day. Looking to cap it off here on a Sunday. Both teams are probably going to be pretty keen to wrap this up quickly, but coming from a 4th and 5th, you imagine both teams are probably pretty eager to come out firing.
Yeah, definitely. I think both teams are wanting to lock up a potential final spot, being 4th. I think 3rd is maybe just out of touch at the moment for this round. But yeah, both teams definitely looking for a win to try and get themselves into final as they're being ushered out onto court.
Yeah, so we hear that whistle from the head referee to bring teams out on court. I'd like to thank our presenting partner of the South Australian Volleyball Premier live stream. Huge thank you to the Arkaba Hotel, the presenting partner of South Australian Volleyball League Premier live stream. Their support has been instrumental in helping grow the reach, professionalism and overall presentation of our competition. From social celebrations to corporate occasions, the team at the Arc prides itself on creating the perfect function spaces for every milestone event. Book your event today.
It looks like we're doing through our final checks here, just making sure everyone is in position and ready. It looks like Henley have somehow snuck a ball onto the court, which shouldn't be there, but that's been corrected, and Dave's going to dish out the correct one now.
Yeah, some smaller benches for these two teams that we've seen in previous games, Tom. I think the largest bench we've seen was from Game 1 with the Norwood Bears with 6 players at their disposal on the bench. So you can expect less changes, but first serve for the Henley Hawks.
Yeah, and going to a backcourt option in Stella Builder to start us off, and Henley going to their other big hitter being Lucy Knight.
Oh, pretty good exchange so far. Some good swings, some good continues. At the end, though, Zara McCauley trying to be a little bit too fine down that line. Kate Zander, back to serve again, was able to leave that one down the line. Good start for the Henley Hawks. Oh, ripped that ball cross court. Kate just missing that sideline. Good leave by Lofty there. Bella Baldwin back to serve.
That one tags, though.
Emily watching that, opting to leave it to the last minute, but no calls from her teammates, unfortunately, but just tagging the line there. Good serve by Bella.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit unfortunate. It did look like it was tracking out and just dropped like a lead balloon right at the end.
Those standing float serves can be mighty deceptive.
Yeah, especially a big gym like this.
Good run by Anna Lalic there. Really good run by Kate. Good job getting underneath that ball by Lucy. It's a good short serve, but she lunges, gets underneath it, scoops it up, allows her setter to run that middle. So back to serve for her now.
And these rotations coming up here will definitely favour the Mount Lofty Rangers getting in their big attackers, but unfortunately Zara just pushing another one wide, first on the right side, now on the left side. So just a few misfires in the big gym, maybe a few perception issues just leaking in early.
Yeah, it looks like some good reinforcement from the coach, Zach, there. Just looking at her saying, hey, good swing, keep going after it. Lofty out of system here. Stella having to set that ball over, but a good dig. Excellent shot by Ella Lloyd there. Identifies that. It's a good high inside ball. She's got a solid double block, but the one-handed tip throw, whatever you like to call it, finds the outside hand, and another steal for Henley Hawks here.
Yeah, just that's the early difference maker. Just some smarter decisions in the attack, a few less errors, and that's gives them the lead. But Lofty Peg gets one back there just with a nice tip attempt.
Yeah, really good job by Aria Holmes there. A little bit out of reach, but is able to get up on it, throws it to position one, and Kate just not able to control it, unfortunately.
Zara back to serve.
Serve looks like they're targeting Lucy at the moment, so Ella, 1 foot aggression out of system.
It seems to be a common tactic. Take the biggest person on court out, make sure they can't attack a pipe. That one trailing a little bit wide there for Ella Loy, but Lofty pegging it back to equal 4-4.
Serve again on Lucy. This time getting the better of her. Overpass there. Sophie taking advantage of that overpass, whipping it right back at her.
The story of the day, Reggie, so far has been a battle of serve reception. Do you think we're going to get a similar one? The Lofty team, a lot of Heathfield alumni, historically a good passing team. What do you think will happen?
They've got such a strong pipeline. Both programs, special interest in South Australia from Heathfield and Brighton. A lot of those Brighton players going to the likes of USC. Even more prominent with the Mount Lofty Rangers having that Heathfield pipeline. And they just, when you get to play volleyball 2 or 3 times a week for 5 years throughout high school, you do develop that really well-rounded skill set. So you will see a lot of all-round play from everyone on court for the Mount Lofty Rangers, whether you're middle, setter, opposite, pass hitter, whatever your position is, you've got a good technical skill set. So Mount Lofty's going to want to take advantage of that from the outset, as we see a good dig there, well controlled by Zara McCauley. And Bella Baldwin finding the middle there. Really good presentation there by Aria Holmes through the middle. So there we go. That's what we were just talking about. Those 3 really good contacts in a row, nicely controlled by Mount Lofty and getting themselves ahead of the point there.
Yeah, I think Henley just struggled to get themselves into system the last couple of plays. Zara, not serving aces by any means, but Henley are definitely feeling the pressure at the moment, and some big blocking presence in terms of Stella on the outside there. Just make it a little bit easier for the Lofty defence to form around and make a dig and put the pressure back onto Lofty. And they've earned themselves a 4-point lead here, largely off the back of Zara's serving.
Yep, absolutely. Well found down the line by Sophie Dvorak there. Henley giving them a lot of line at the moment. We've seen Ella Loy for Henley being given a lot of out-of-system opportunities, so wanting to probably get in system a little bit more, but good ball on the net there. Really good swing there by Rebecca Larissa. So good side out there. She's going to have an opportunity to line up on block now. So we've got number 13, Anna Lalic, back. She ran a successful quick ball there, so wanted to earn her team a couple of points back on serve.
Yeah, and that's really good news for Henley there. They get in system and they're able to find a pretty convincing kill there. So as long as they can continue to get themselves into system rather than out of system, it does prove positive signs. But Lofty there showing that they are very well disciplined, and Stella a routine kill there over the hands of the blockers. Yeah,
Stella Builder, first year at the Mount Lofty Rangers, having spent many years at the Norwood Bears. So it's good to see that regardless of which club she's playing at, she's still able to put balls away like that. So great pass by Lucy Knight. Kate finding the middle. Head ref wants to say something about that. Thinks it was a net touch. So unfortunate there for Hannah, just catching the ball on that. Catching the net on that follow through. But good pass there by Lucy. She's been put under a lot of pressure to start this game.
Yeah, no complaints from the Henley team, so they clearly agree as well. As this lofty lead extends and will extend once more as well off of a bit of pressure being put into Lucy Knight. Connor's left the bench now. He's roaming around, just trying to be a presence. And, yeah, we do get a timeout call here, just saying, hey, let's chill out. Bit of service pressure, early days for us. Let's just try and absorb that and get ourselves back in the system where we can.
Yeah, absolutely. Still early days, so settle in. Lots of set to go.
And in our first time out, we'd like to thank the principal partner of VSA, Pelligra. Volleyball SA wishes to thank Pelligra, principal partner, for their ongoing support. Thanks to Pelligra's support, Volleyball SA can showcase the athleticism of our elite volleyballs in South Australia on the national stage and show Australia why volleyball is a globally loved game. Early days, Reg, but a quick lead for Mount Lofty. What does Henley need to do to try and get themselves back into this set?
They've just got to settle into their offense here. I think they're becoming a little bit predictable, a little bit one-dimensional at the moment. Like you said, they've been the theme of the day. It's that first contact. It's getting themselves in a position where they can run those three options. At the moment, with a team like Mount Lofty, who's very well disciplined and really controlled, you can't be only giving yourself one or two hitting options. You need a present in that middle, you need a back and a front option. So looking to get themselves on the net. Unfortunately, miscommunication there between Ella and Lucy. That's not going to help. But again, Mount Lofty continuing with some pretty strong serving, not necessarily with the pace, but making Henley move, making them think about those seams.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of pressure on Lucy Knight. Clearly an option in the pipe here and taking her out effectively, and Emily Vong making a great effort to try and save that ball, but unfortunately just slightly out of reach. And we're going to see our first change from Connor here. Tiana Gigovic coming on for...
So coming on for Kate. So we've got a settings change here.
All right, we'll see what Tiana can do.
Tiana put in a tough position to start. Henley having to put over a free ball, but gets away with it there. Rebecca, given a less than ideal situation, makes the most of it, gets herself the first kill of the game.
Yeah, no, well done to Rebecca, and we need to see a bit of service pressure on to Mount Lofty here to try and get a bit of value back. It's just been a game of serve reception at the moment. Whichever team is serving seems to have a bit more of an advantage as Lofty goes on two there. A great dig by Rebecca, who'll get a chance herself. And
flat-handed floater to six.
It's not how they draw it up sometimes, but it is still effective. Just finding the gap in the defenders there.
Ball that's hit with float time is even harder to defend, so.
And out of system from Lofty there, but great attack.
Pancake dig there by Sophie. Lucy's taken the free ball. They're in system here. Zara with the dig after the successful block touch. Alice wants it back. Oh, it's
just a little bit panicky there. Maybe a little bit more time than what you thought. Great attempt there by Emily and just jutting itself out into Lucy just a little bit too quick for her to handle.
Yeah, really good job by Alice there in a tough situation in transition. Gets the block touch, is able to get a few steps off the net and get an approach for Bella to force her the be quick. So good job there. Good signs early from Mount Lofty middles.
Yeah, especially out of system as well. Just making the best out of a wrong situation. You were saying a lot all day, Reggie, about trying to better the ball as best we can, and Lofty just doing a little bit better in their attack. But speaking of attack, that's a great attack from number 9, being Ella Loy, as she goes back to serve.
Deep serve by Ella. Looks like Henley's been... Oh, Alice painting the outside of that line. Gets up, has all the core, and opts for thumb down.
Yeah, not a traditional hay ball either. It looked like almost a half-metre push, just a little bit higher, and Alice just gets a really good look and is able to punish the ball down to that line.
Throws Hannah in her tracks there. Short serve. Just dropping on Ella. A little bit of hesitation between Ella and Emily there. Just enough that she's unable to get underneath it. So really good, really consistent serving from this Lofty group to start with. And seems to be the struggle for Henley at the moment.
Yeah, and Sophie with this very deep stance behind the service line, just trying to get the ball to float and move around, which we're seeing a little bit from the South Adelaide players to great effect, and looks like she's following those tunes. Rebecca having to play out of system, but unfortunately not enough to get onto that one, and giving Mount Lofty quite a handy lead here. It's 18-16, and kind of feels compelled to use his second time out, just trying to calm him down and get him back into system.
Volleyball SA is proudly driven by Mahindra, our exclusive vehicle sponsor. Experience the power for yourself. Book a test drive at the Adelaide City Mahindra dealership located in Hillcrest.
Yeah, it's been a one-sided battle so far, with Mount Lofty dominating many aspects of the game realistically, and it's given them a very handy lead into this set. Connor's trying to just calm them down and just let them try and work themselves into this game, but they've been quite impressive. What are the statistics saying here, Reggie?
Not sure if this is correct, to be perfectly honest, Tom. At the moment, we've got neither team passing excellent passes, so we'll revisit that one. I think there's probably been a handful of perfect passes, especially from the Mount Lofty side. I know that I've seen a few from Henley, apologies. So we'll revisit that. But look, right now it looks like the attacking efficiency is the biggest thing. Mount Lofty hitting at 57% versus Henley Hawks 31%. So Mount Lofty just putting away more balls at the moment. High deep floater from Sophie out of the timeout. Lucy Knight high off of the outside hand of Bella Baldwin. Great timeout. Great side out of the timeout. Yeah,
great set from Tiana there. She just pushed it high all the way to the stick and gave Lucy a lot to work with, using her height to her advantage there, just playing off hands. So fantastic set and well executed there.
Oh, tight to the net for Bella. Oh, I think that might have caught a hand there.
Yeah, I thought I heard a little touch too, but they have a look at the ref, but they just say, look, doesn't faze us. We've got a few in the pocket still, so we'll go again and reload.
Yeah, absolutely. Trust your side out. Great pass. Oh, Zara McCauley again missing just down the line. Been put in a couple of good opportunities here, just missing it a little bit fine.
Yeah, her face is starting to turn to frustration. At least Zach does see the humour there of three identical misses, but hopefully she'll find her stride here and be able to get herself into this game.
Good deep flow. Again, a good pass, reversing the flow to Stella. Through the seam. Good dig by Ella. Good push by Tiana, getting her up on the net, but a little bit too tight. Lucy catching her body in the net.
Yeah, I do like the change from Connor. I don't think there was anything wrong with how Kate was setting, but sometimes just a change just gives a little bit of a different look for the attackers and a bit of a different look for our opposition, and it's definitely helped them settle in just a little bit here.
Alice putting that ball down the line. Lucy unable to control it as it floats up in her last minute. It was nice and low on the ball. Looked like she had it, and from my angle it looked like it just floated up on her at last minute. So good float by Alice there. Wanted to continue rolling, get this set done quickly.
Yeah, Lofty employing a lot of these deep serves well behind the baseline and just using the air currents in this nice big Adelaide arena to let the ball do the work and move around. But great dig there from Mount Lofty. It does need to be a free ball from Stella here as Henley reload, and
two digs in a row from Alice in the middle. Continue by Zara. Going to get a free ball opportunity. Oh my goodness. I stand corrected. Not a free ball opportunity. It's an attack opportunity from Lucy. She can attack from anywhere on the court, whether she's jumping or not.
I know our stats might not be working perfectly, but that's two kill digs there for Henley Hawks. Yeah. So well played to them.
I'm not sure that's I don't think a kill dig is something that is statted, but maybe we should start doing it.
It is unorthodox, but it's effective for Henley at the moment. Zara again with the safety shot of a cross-court hit, keeping it in play, and Lucy's the one now to try and clinch one down the line, but unfortunately just slightly too wide.
A little bit early on her approach there. Tiana's doing a good job of slowing it down, letting her get that height, but I'd like to see her flow through the ball a little bit more, use it, take advantage of her height. It's pulling it down at the moment. 2012, Bella Baldwin to serve, Lofty leading. Great pass by Lucy. And great swing, Rebecca. Hitting it through the hands of Stella. Stella's in the right spot, looking at her hands there. I think she would like to have that back, push it back into court, but good side out by Henley.
Yeah, and really good work by Mount Lofty as well, just giving Lucy all of the ball, really. She has to do all the jobs. She's their primary attacker, and she has to be their primary receiver as well to boot. So definitely a lot of work for her to do. But on the flip side, Zara's just had a bit of a rough start here. She's definitely one of their more consistent players, but she's looking down the barrel of maybe probably 4 errors and a couple of continuations.
She's had 6 attempts and 4 errors so far, so definitely wants a couple of those back. Like we said, those were fine errors. We talk about good and bad errors in the sport of volleyball. In my opinion, a good error is one that, the errors that she's had where they're really close, we're talking a centimetre or 2, but it starts to reach a point where when they're starting to become consecutive and frequent, that they no longer are good errors. So I'd like to see her get a little bit more of the ball so that she can redeem herself. Bit of movement on the net there. No questions there. I think that might have been Rebecca Larissa there.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that even is to your opposition as well, where Henley have struggled out of system a little bit, so you don't necessarily need to hit kills as long as you're making them out of system. You've got a pretty high chance of winning the point. So we'd love to see a few more continuations from Zara, but that's one that Peglin's back and an ace for Zara, so getting herself into the game from behind the service line.
Yeah, we talk about that. I'm not sure if you talk about that as coach. I've heard coaches talk about it before. We can't expect players to play the perfect game every game. So if something's not going right in your game, like for example, right now, Zara, attacking not going where she would necessarily like it to be, but there's something else you can do in your game. For example, the serve, the pass, there we go. She gets another good serve again. So there's always something you can do. Put them out of system. Ella Loy has a swing out of system. Stella Builder says, no, thank you very much. I'll take that. Stella gives Mount Lofty 10 set points. Zara McCauley to serve, 24-14. This has been a quick set one so far, Tom.
Yeah, it has indeed. And yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Zara's definitely come back behind the service line. Just done a job. Hasn't been serving aces, but definitely have been putting Henley under pressure. So well done to keep composure behind the line and making a dig there, which the ref says was no touch. No, sorry, a net touch.
Net touch.
Fair enough.
Yeah. A little bit of a sheepish look from Sophie there as well. She knows it.
Henley saved one match point, but a little bit of work to do here still nonetheless.
Ooh, late call. Linesman had a bit of a think about it, but unfortunately, Tiana Gigovic not finding the end line on this instance. So Mount Lofty Rangers taking the first set, 25-15.
And at the change of set, we'd like to thank our charity partner, the Zara Foundation. Volleyball South Australia is proud to partner with the Zara Foundation, supporting their mission to empower women impacted by domestic and financial abuse. Together we are working to create safer, more inclusive communities across South Australia through awareness, fundraising and meaningful action. Reg, a pretty convincing first set from Mount Lofty. A few errors from the Henley Hawks. How much do you focus on that as a coach in this type of situation, or do you just say, look, keep pushing through and swing for the houses?
Yeah, look, a lot of the errors that they are having, they're in tricky situations. It's that fine line of when do we just continue the ball and give ourselves an opportunity to block defender. And, the errors did certainly creep into their game. But, we saw it early on. Zara McCauley, a handful of errors, a couple of errors sneaking in from a variety of their players. Mount Lofty is going to be serving consistently, so you know that they're going to come back. If you're continually making errors, that's just going to keep you inside out for longer and longer. So I think if I was Henley, I'd start to throw some variety into their game. That we haven't seen much in the way of tips. We haven't seen much in the way of rolls. See if Mount Lofty's able to keep up that pressure. See if they can make that dig, make that transition, and hit that kill out of system. If they are able to reverse that and then continue to jam it back down the throat, then I think Henley needs to start taking more risks. But first set jitters. Mount Lofty's playing pretty stable. I reckon we let them settle in. It'll be interesting to see whether Connor sticks with Tiana at the setting position or whether he goes back to Kate Zander and see if he can find some stability in offense.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and a fair chunk of Henley's kills came from unorthodox situations. A few kill digs where it was just put into a nice spot where the defenders weren't. The old flat-handed kill from Rebecca Larissa there as well. So some variety in the attack would be great, but I think the biggest thing is trying to get the ball into a point where they feel confident to do so and have a good option at looking where the block and defenders are and playing around that.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, Coach Zach is very happy with how that first set went. So we have a multitude of substitutions here. So coming into the game, we have number 33, Madison Hunkin. We've got number 41, Charlotte Montgomery, and number 84, Aria Holmes. So big change up, a lot of confidence from the Mount Lofty group. So bit of a change. Let's see whether they're able to continue with this momentum. It doesn't look like much of a change. Tiana Gigovic staying into set for the Henley Hawks. A little bit of confusion with rotations here at the moment with the second ref. I think we are Coach Connor wanting to come over and have a bit of a chat.
It does look though that Henley have made one change. It looks like Lucy West is coming in for Hannah Frisbee-Smith here in the middle position.
Very well spotted. So changes for both teams. Mount Lofty wanting to continue the service pressure and attacking pressure that they built on in the first set. Henley wanting to slow things down a bit, get some attackers some more opportunities, and see if they can start to put some more of that pressure back on Mount Lofty to perform.
Yeah, we do have 41 Charlotte Montgomery back to serve with the multicoloured shoes, and she continues to be disciplined, hitting their service target in Lucy Knight, and unfortunately Zara gets pinged there. The referee thinking getting the fist out was not an attempt to block, so unfortunately that will be 2 touches.
Ooh, Tiana into the net there. Easy side out for Mount Lofty. Letting them off the hook there. Something I'd like to see from the Henley Hawks in this set is just a bit more direction on their service. Doesn't seem like they have a clear service target in mind at the moment with the new group on for Mount Lofty. Could be a good opportunity to start to overload one player. We see the reverse of flow. Excellent set by Tiana. Ella Loy from behind, hitting it off the hands of the outside block of Madison Hunkin, I do believe that was. So great side out there. Probably one of the cleaner side outs we've seen from Henley in the last handful of points. So I'd like to see more of that continue as Ella wants to carry that through onto the serve.
Yeah, I think it was a very bold set there from Tiana. She had to push from off the net and push it into tempo to a left side attacker. And it's a very fine margin there, so well done to her. But again, jitters from Zara. She's shaking her head now. She's definitely starting to build into frustration as she just doesn't seem to be able to find the square in front of her being in the opponent's court.
It's a tough one there. You're on 8.5 metres. You're not going to get a kill with an open hand. Feed that ball over, free ball, trust in your defence. Out of system here. Good high swing. Lucy's able to get on it though. Emily's going to set her back up. Great high set.
And that's one where you might have just seen a little change up the tip into the hole, might have found the court. But a great swing from Mount Lofty.
Madison Hunker getting her first kill of the game. Nice and stable out of system. Well-formed block in front of her. Opts for the deep corner. It's a really smart play. Oh, that one rocketing out the back of Tiana's hands. Able to recover it, Rebecca, though.
Yeah, that one just, the technique just let her down just a little bit, leaning back rather than moving the feet. But she's a young setter coming on, and I think she's doing a respectable job. So I'm sure they'll keep saying, hey, keep playing free, keep finding Lucy here and go again. Back her in.
Aria putting pressure on serve. Might draw a free ball. Lucy opts for the open hand swing. A little bit inside. Stella's able to catch up to it. Good job. Set falling a little short, but that's okay. Yeah. Stella sees that early, has quick feet, able to find that high seam.
Yeah, it's just the position of these balls at the moment. Yeah, it's not to the stick and it's not perfect, but it's close to the net and allows the attackers to have a swing. Henley just some of the ball coming a little bit off the net and just a little bit too easy for Mount Lofty to dig.
All right, with a dig, and then Maddie again into that corner.
That's her corner at the moment, 2 from 2, so great swing, disciplined swinging over the block, and yeah, no defender there, so no one can touch it.
Yeah, really good job from Charlotte Montgomery as from there as well, pushing that ball sideline to sideline to draw a 1-on-1.5, but Lucy and Emily leaving that one, that ball carrying a bit long.
Better serve from Anna Lalich, and it gets the overpass, put away comfortably by Lucy West, who inserts herself into the game. And it's a much better start from Henley. Scoreline was looking similar to the first set, but they're feeling much more comfortable out there at the moment, finding more in-system play and a bit more direction on the serve, as you were saying, Reg, but not to be on that one, unfortunately. The kill coming from Stella Builder.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Pretty good turn off of the block. by Lucy West, able to make a play on it, but unfortunately into the net and trickles down. Stella Builder down the line to Lucy. Good high ball set. Lucy stays on the ground. Alice, good job. Great transition. Charlotte identifying that she's got the middle in transition and the Henley defense hadn't set up yet. So great job there. Mount Lofty continuing to cruise.
I think that's the difference in serve reception. Yeah, the pass wasn't there, but you all had a good opportunity there to set up Lucy, and she just can't get into a position where she can attack the ball effectively, having to play that open-handed tip. And we'll see it again here. And yeah, she does make a bolder choice and tries to take him on, and it proves successful. So fantastic choice there, Lucy. Well done.
That pinball there between Charlotte and Alice, unfortunately hitting Charlotte in the face. But we move on. We side out. Front court set a rotation here. She's got Stella behind her. Oh, tough serve. Bit of miscommunication. Stella's going to have to free... Oh, Charlotte's going to free ball it. Oh, mistiming there in the middle. Unfortunate by Lucy. Looks like she was running for a B. Tiana might have been under the impression that it was an A. Hard to tell from here.
Yeah, unfortunately just lacking a little bit of polish there, but they get an opportunity here to side out, and once again they hit Lucy, who gets a fantastic pass, and Tiana with a great set, but unfortunately shut down this time.
Yeah, way to post up there by Charlotte Montgomery. She's doing a good job identifying that high ball. As we see it here, Lucy's in system, in rhythm, turns it back down that line, but strong set of hands there.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you're going to go slow and high, you do need to hit high, and if any low hit will be punished. But great pick up there from Stella as Zara loads up into the block. But gets to go again once more.
She's doing a pretty good job here. She's being given some tough balls.
Yeah, she's staying disciplined. She knows she's made a few errors, so she's putting it in play and lets Alice do the work there. So great team kill there. Doesn't try to do too much with the hit, just keeps it in play, and they get rewarded with a block.
Yeah, Alice has had an incredibly efficient start to this game. We'll have to take a look at the stats, but a couple of blocks, handful of kills, really good job behind the service line, and handful of digs to her name as well, I reckon, Tom. So
yeah, you don't see the passing middle too often anymore, but she's done a fantastic job, and that's a better attack from Lucy, putting the defense into a trickier spot, and Stella's a little bit frustrated. They keep the lead, but yeah, a little bit of frustration in her own attack there.
Stella's going to get it back here. It's a bit of redemption on it, and she redeems herself.
Yeah, she's much more happy with that attack there. Giving a bit of margin of error there around the block, and making sure she's making Henley play the defense there. Good serve receive to put him into system, making Stella move there, and
oh no, Alice went for a touch, hesitated, fortunately hits the ground.
Yeah, it was just coming back from a effort on the other side of the court there, so
yeah.
A little late to position, and the defense can't set up properly around the block. Yeah. Lucy West to serve.
Interesting rotation here. You don't see it very often, do you, Tom, with the libero staying off for the backcourt in the middle. Oh no.
Oh, confusion.
Ella making Stella and the Mount Lofty Rangers question themselves on that free ball, but no infringements.
I wonder if they'll have a case to answer to, because the ball went through the playing zone, so that's Mount Lofty's to play, and Henley come around the net, maybe obstructing just a little bit, or at least causing confusion, but there's no complaints from Mount Lofty. Yeah. They'll say, look, we'll play it, it's fine.
As long as Ella didn't step in the court, touch the net, or come into contact with a player, then it's legal, but it is a little bit confusing when that happens. Oh, good serve.
A bit of momentum for Henley. It's coming well. It's a younger, or even younger Mount Lofty lineup at the moment, so looking for their leaders in Alice, Stella and Zara to try and stand up and just steady the ship for the younger players on court at the moment.
Yeah, you see Alice just stepping in front of Maddie there on that pass. Late float, so that's what we talked about. Henley wanting to step up their service game a little bit, and that ball goes through the hands of Alice and unfortunately hits Stella in the head. That's unfortunate. Stella moving from position 5 to position 1 off of the serve to get into position to attack and get sniped.
Yeah, Alice's expression went from shock of Where'd that ball go? Into a giggle, just at least seeing the funny side of it.
Zara taking a lot of court here. They're obviously expecting this to go to 1. But
yeah, taking too much, and Zara's the one that has to get out there, so her own attempt at a kill dig, unsuccessful.
Free ball opportunity here and a good middle run. Good option by Tiana.
Yeah, and Zach's even feeling a little bit of pressure here. A little 1-point deficit, and he says, you know what, that's enough. I want to bring him in, and I want to say, let's fix this.
And great run there by Anna Lalic as well. Hasn't had an opportunity to really impose herself on the game, but first free ball opportunity that she gets, she takes advantage of it. So, awesome job.
I'd like to take a moment to thank Valor, the official apparel partner of Volleyball SA. Valor strives to continually innovate custom sportswear that is accessible to athletes of all levels and abilities. Thank you, Valor. Bit of jitters from Mount Lofty, a very dominant first set. They've put a new lineup on, and now it's a little bit of struggle. They're a point down, which is a new feeling for them this game. What do you think Zach's told them here in this timeout?
Zach's just probably talking to them about trying to settle this lineup, getting used to playing next to each other. He's obviously trying to do a decent amount on this serve receive as we see Mount Lofty stepping in again, and Zara taking almost 50% of the court, so probably leaning on his more senior players in Zara and Alice to take a bit more authority. I'd like to see Charlotte use a bit more of the more senior players here. If she gets the opportunity though, however, the serve receive woes continue for Mount Lofty as we see the serve get the better of Madison Hunkin there. So
yeah, it's almost like they need a little bit of a change here, just to give a different lineup. Maybe put Stella in there just to put some hands onto the ball. But yeah, at the moment, Zara's taking all the court, and she's the one that needs to transition into 4. So I'm not sure what their play is when they do eventually get the pass in. But the service there is going to relieve all that pressure that Henley were building at the moment. So the difference is just down to 1 now. So Mount Lofty with a chance to hold serve.
Oh, we've got 2 balls on court.
Oh, my fault.
We're going to have a delay of game. No yellow card for you, though.
That's all right.
Charlotte back to serve. Hits Lucy. Great pass by Lucy, though. Missed timing there, unfortunate. Anna presented, but the set coming out of Tiana's hands looks like a little bit too high, so wanting to go back towards that middle. Had a good option there as well, so wouldn't be surprised if we see that set again. Yeah,
and Connor's actually on these in his player box at the moment, having a chat to his players on the bench, so clearly letting Henley just do their thing and maybe anticipating a change that's needed in a moment. But Henley do have a small lead here, 14-13. Much better reception from Mount Lofty here, getting them into system with Stella, who puts a clean ball away, and there's a cold celebration, just saying business as usual.
Great tempo here. Quick ball. Stella's timing is great. Able to hit it behind the block and into position 6. It's a tough one to defend.
Great to see the young setter coming on and not afraid just to send tempo balls out. So well played.
Speaking of tempo balls, it's a great set. Rebecca gets a chance at it again. Bit of movement on the net, but it looks like it was the ball. Yeah, swing into an overpass.
Stella putting her hand up there, maybe not for the dig effort, but for the lack of blocking presence there. Probably should have recognised that one was going over and put a few hands out in front of Rebecca there.
Serving continues on Alice. Wide ball. Stella not able to do enough with it into the antenna. 2-point lead here for Henley.
Yeah, it's starting to break away just a little bit. Do you start feeling nervous as Zach? You've made some changes and it's starting to get a little tighter after a very successful first set.
Well, I think overall Mount Lofty has been the team that has been more efficient so far throughout this game as Stella's outside of court and passes that ball. But we saw it in the first game with Norwood versus USC. Norwood controlling all the way up until probably the mid, if not 3/4 of the way through the set, but then errors and difficulties inside out starting to creep in where the team of USC was able to just capitalise on those opportunities and stay stable late. So with a team like Mount Lofty, I imagine they're just sort of cruising at the moment, ready to turn it up a gear as we step into the back end of this set. So I imagine the next handful of points here, we start to see them break away, but let's see if Henley is able to stay strong.
Yeah, a good bit of leadership there. And Matt Lofty attempting to side out. Alice calling the setter out, saying, no, I'm in a better position here to set this ball and getting still of the kill. And we just saw an ace coming from Aria Holmes as Matt Lofty need to try and continue to find some efficiency inside out, but they get it that time. A really convincing hit there. Bottom corner from Lucy Knight. Well played.
Alice, a little bit of a low set there. She was a little bit late as well off the back of a pretty quick pass by Caitlin Eggle there. So good job at identifying that and just tipping it directly over the top. Oh, going high line, Rebecca, but just missing it a little bit wide. So Mount Lofty with a steal and takes the lead back.
Yeah, they definitely have. Henley's serve reception has been much better this set. I think they would hopefully try and get Lucy back into the game, but they go for the middle for the first one, and Ella Loy, and she finds the floor. So they're playing well, keeping in with Mount Lofty here, 18-all.
Yeah, a lot more ball going through the middle for Henley in this set so far. Like you said, off the back of some really good passing, and I think that's just starting to open up the court a little bit more, make it a little bit more difficult for the Mount Lofty defense to set up a disciplined block as we see Lucy Knight start to work her way into the game on offense as well. So Zara McCauley out of system from Pipe here. Great dig by Ella. Sets Lucy up over the top.
Yeah, well moved by Zara there. Getting a dig in deep six for an attack. But it's touched and play continues.
Oh, a bit of a double there, but
another great move from Zara. Oh, and that one you'd feel frustrated about. Yeah, Zach's pacing around. He knew that was a good point by his team, but unfortunately they couldn't get it to go.
Yeah. Low pass. Oh, it's still alive though. Really good recovery by Mount Lofty on that coverage. Back to the middle.
Yeah, and Zach's going to call time out here, looking frustrated. Just losing a little bit of efficiency in their serve reception. Letting Henley have a pretty decent sniff, and the cracks form when the pressure builds. So kudos to Henley. They're playing well. They're swinging and not holding any punches, and Mount Lofty are feeling it.
Physio Extra is the exclusive physiotherapy partner of Volleyball South Australia, looking after the athletes, keeping them fit and ready for non-stop action. Physio Extra are the experts in volleyball treatments in South Australia. Physio Extra are easily accessible in 6 locations around Adelaide and Victor Harbour, so book your appointment today.
Mount Lofty, after a very cruisy first set, find them 2 points down in the red zone here, Reg. What are the messages for the Mount Lofty team?
Let's start to find stability in our serve receive. It doesn't need to be anything drastic. We don't need to start to force too many balls to the middle. We don't need to do anything spectacular. And it's only 2 points, so you want to side out here and just get 1 or 2 steals. You know, it's not too much, and that's all it takes there. Extend the rally. Yeah, good presence.
Very big blocking lineup from Henley here, and well swiped off the outside block by giving Lucy a chance. Yes. And she goes high and off the hands, and it's effective.
Mount Lofty with no real response for the Henley offense at the moment. We saw Lucy West with 2 massive swings back-to-back before that timeout, and it's starting to just make the middles of Mount Lofty think a little bit more, which is opening up that court for Lucy. So,
Stella Build has been all but out of the game in the last 5 points. Huge block in front of her being Lucy West and Lucy Knight. Instead of choosing to say, look, we don't want to take that backcourt battle on. So, but she does find a tip kill, so she takes back 1 of the points. So 19-17-21.
Good deep serve. That's going to tag the line. Excellent serve by Madison Hunkin.
It's overruled, in fact. Henley say no.
He doesn't agree. Big overrule at this point in the game by the head referee. Mount Lofty doesn't seem too fazed by it. They're usually a team that's pretty quick and easy to move on. So business as usual. Side out. Earn your points.
Yeah, I think they'll need to go to Zara here to get themselves a side out. And she finds one down the line.
And you see the sigh of relief and the throw of the hands out saying,
at last.
Finally. That's going to be a great confidence booster for her. I'd love to see Charlotte start to feed her a little bit more, especially in that front court. Now that she's got that kill, start to feed her. You know, I think the Henley block probably started to go away from her for a bit after that first set. So see if she can get her going. But Alice Keller earning another point back. It's the closest they've been in a little while, 21-22.
Yeah, kudos to Zara there. It's real hard to hit a ball like that in a clutch situation, but she backs herself and gets the reward, and now they're in their road where they've made back a lot of points with Alice Keller serving, so we'll see if they can pick back just one more.
Over the top by Ella. Doug. Reverse the flow to Stella. Stella gets a touch.
Well touched by Lucy as well. Puts Lofty in system to Zara.
Zara hits high off the middle's hands. Good recovery by Rebecca. Opportunity by Ella.
Out of system, and Zara's going to go, and that's a bold hit, and dug by Lucy.
Good swings by both teams, trading blows. Ella Loy going to terminate, but just carrying it wide. Didn't quite get the contact on that she wanted, but good patience, good persistence by Mount Lofty. They've tied it up 22-all. Connor wants to chat it over with his team. Really good recovery by Mount Lofty here.
Yeah, I think definitely one of the rallies of the match so far. Both teams trading punches. I think I still agree with you, Reg. I would have loved to see just a change-up shot there. They got a lot of in-system bowl there, and they were all hard swing attempts from Henley. Just a tip or a change-up, and just to check what's Mount Lofty's movement like. We're still 22-all here, as we'd like to thank our key partners that support Volleyball SA, being Nippies, Mikasa, Sassy, City of Holdfast Bay and the City of Salisbury for their ongoing support to volleyball here in South Australia. And we're well and truly in the red zone here, Reggie. 22-all, still or die for this set. So both teams are going to come out swinging, I'm sure.
Absolutely, and we've seen both teams really pick it up in the last couple of points. Obviously, Mount Lofty having a bit of a lull to start this set after a really dominant first set. Henley really finding their stride, finding a lot of the middle. The passing has been much better, so pressure on the serve here from Alice. Does get the off ball. They're going to get an opportunity in free ball here, so good recovery by Henley. Or one-step approach by Stella.
Yeah, good hit by Stella, and Alice comes in. That's a change-up, and it does put a lot of pressure onto Henley to get their own here. Ella Loy coming through with a change-up shot.
That's what you were looking for. Does put them ahead of the point, though.
Zara rips a heavy topspin ball for Rebecca in the backcourt. Handled by Alice, and they get the middle.
Oh, excellent dig by Rebecca again. Ella going for the change-up. Setter has to take the first ball, so we're out of system. And Emily just can't control that one. Perhaps some of the connection on the net changing the trajectory of the ball. So good signs for Zara. She's working her way back into this game.
Yeah, I did say rally of the match was just before the time there, but that one was even better. You feel hard for Henley. They were making some really good decisions there and clearly made a tactical change, but unfortunately just not quite getting it done against Mount Lofty.
There's a pass. Good high set. Ellis swinging deep corner. It's an excellent side out.
Yeah, very brave shot there, going inside the hand of the middle blocker, just a little close, and you're in big trouble as a hitter, so very brave to take it on.
Yeah, we're at 23-all here. Now, Mount Lofty had some difficulties on serve receive, and some errors crept in early in the set. In this point in the set, with the pressure on, let's see who we decide to go with. See who Charlotte chooses as her hitting option.
Oh,
doesn't matter. Unfortunately, Lucy West sailing that one long. Maybe some of the late game jitters creeping in. So
definitely, that was the rotation where Mount Lofty did struggle last time around, and so you just want to put the ball in, and when they're tight in this set, you don't want to give them a set point off an error there. But very deep serve from Mount Lofty. Sorry.
Oh goodness, hesitation there. Charlotte Montgomery with 3 options at her disposal, setting Stella Builder wide. Henley Hawks getting away with that one there. We're tied up at 24 apiece.
Yeah, and I think Charlotte might just be feeling a little bit of the pressure. She was setting some great tempo balls earlier and midway through this set, and that one just not quite linking up with Stella there at the end.
Great pass. Oh, overpass by Zara McCauley. Ella Loy starting to work her way into this game. Bounces that ball on the overpass. Gives the Henley Hawks a set point opportunity here. Tiana Gigovic back to serve. Let's see if she can earn another one back. Does she go to Zara again? She does. Better pass by Zara this time. Out to position 4. Stella has the shot.
That's a much better set.
Yeah.
Really giving Stella a chance to wind up and just punish the ball down the line. Well played. And this is also a rotation where Henley struggled last time a little bit, hitting Lucy here on the serve and trying to go to their front court options.
Good short serve. Put in trouble.
Oh, that's around.
Tries to save it, but outside of the antenna. Mount Lofty now gives themselves their own set point to go up 2-0, 26-25.
We'll see the same serve here, I think, and yeah, hits Lucy.
Much better pass by Lucy, reversing of the flow.
Picked up by Alice, and they go back to Stella, who's going to wind up and finish it off.
Yeah, much better set there by Charlotte Montgomery, back to Stella Builder. So Mount Lofty sneaking away with one there, 27-25 after a very dominant first set, but really good signs for the entirety of that set, even towards the back end for the Henley Hawks. So wanting to carry that through. I wonder if we'll see a rotation change for Mount Lofty again.
Yeah, well done to really clutch up at the end there as well. It can be tough sometimes where you don't have the best start to a set and you get down, especially when you had a great first set and you feel like you should be able to cruise. So well done to regain that momentum again. But looks like Bella Baldwin's keeping the jumper on, so we might see the same changes. Once again, we'd like to give a huge thank you to the Arkaba Hotel, the presenting partner of the South Australian Volleyball League Premier live stream. Their support has been instrumental in helping grow the reach, professionalism and overall presentation of our competition. From social celebrations to corporate occasion, the team at the Arc prides itself on creating the perfect function spaces for every milestone event. Book your event today. Reg, third set, Henley down 2. Do you think Connor is going to have a lineup change? Are we going to see Kate back on? Are we going to see another change, or more of the same as the second set?
I think he'd be pretty happy with the way his team performed in that set. I think we spoke about it as we were sort of reaching that crunch point. Mount Lofty is a team that we sort of anticipated being a bit more stable towards the back end of the set. So I think Henley did all the right things. Their serve-receive percentage increased. We saw a lot more balls through the middle. We saw Tiana able to utilise a better reach of her offense, utilising Lucy Knight and Ella Loy a fair bit more, getting both of her middles involved. So I think there's all the right signs there. If they do come up against the same lineup that Mount Lofty put out in the second set there, I think they know that side a little bit more now. It might have been something that they weren't necessarily expecting. So as teams come back out onto court here, it does actually look like we're reverting back to set 1 lineup for Mount Lofty. So Zach obviously happy that he got away with that second set win, but wanting to be a little bit more clinical here, get out of here on 3. Maybe he's got a Mother's Day dinner to get to.
Yeah, well, I do, so I hope he does. But yeah, Bella coming on with absolutely no warm-up. I'm very impressed that she can sit with a jumper on and just whip it off at the last second and get onto court. I think that would break me, and I don't know how you would go, but I have a feeling you wouldn't be any good, Reg.
No, if you take me off the court, unfortunately I need about 20 or 30 minutes warning before I have to go back on. So
hence why they don't, I assume. And it looks like no change to the Henley lineup. Clearly kind of pretty happy with the performance. He's having a chat with his bench players, potentially just saying, look, we might need a change here. Keep ready, keep warm. Definitely not out of the fight yet. And he's, keen to keep going, keep swinging.
Yeah, absolutely. And both teams struggling by the looks of it statistically on serve receive. I'm not sure if we've got these statistics right. Perfect passes from the Henley Hawks, 21%, where Mount Lofty is saying is only 6. So what that's saying to me is that Mount Lofty is doing a better job out of system, playing the ball in, continuing the point, or executing on those kills. So unbelievable kill block there from number 13, Anna Lalich. She seemingly came out of nowhere. Stella Builder thought she had all the cross court, stuck her hands up and out of nowhere, sealed that block. So excellent start from Henley.
Yeah, Bella just shaking out their hands, maybe just feeling the cold just a little bit.
Pressure on serve, well handled by Zara. Oh, the quick ball by Anna. Oh, and then out-jousted by Bella. It's always tough when you come up against a setter on the net in a joust. The setter's the one that's using their hands the most, is a lot more experienced in that sort of a situation, and you see the setter winning the joust probably 9 times out of 10, I'd say, Tom.
Yeah, definitely. They have all the advantage. They get all the tempo
Yeah.
on when to push or when to throw it out. So, yeah, definitely a hard job. And Bella showing her experience there against a younger middle blocker there. So, well done to her as she comes onto the court. 3-1.
Ella Loy taking advantage of the late middle block by Aria Holmes. So doing a good job to close there, but just leaving a little bit of seam. Ella able to hit it off that inside seam. So back to serve now.
Yeah, I think the serve reception from Henley's been a lot better in the back end of the second and into this third set. So they're definitely getting more chance to attack. I think now they need to try and show a little bit more polish and organisation just to really try and get their momentum back onto their side. But Zara seemingly working her way really well into this game now. A few early errors and great save from Bella, but unfortunately touching the top of the stick there, which is deemed out.
Oh, unfortunate serve by Ella there. Not quite getting the contact she wanted, and saying a little bit of a hello, how you doing, to her teammate Anna. So it's making sure she's awake. It is getting towards the back end of a Sunday, so firing her team up as we have Zara back to serve 3-all.
Yeah, well hounded there by Lucy Knight, getting her team into system, and Rebecca, I think, just going a little bit close into the attack, and the ball ending up just behind her as it sails out long, but good serve reception from the Henley Hawks. Definitely a struggle point in the first half, so great to see some improvement there.
Oh, Zara pinning that seam between Ella and Lucy going over the top. High roll over the top of the block. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think we need to see a little bit more from that from Lucy if Henley want to be competitive in this set. Just getting Lucy to attack high and being able to do that is pretty unstoppable as a defending team.
Yeah, we see Lucy West coming back onto court towards the back end of the last set. She started to have a really big impact, especially on side out. So didn't get the block in that instance, presented well, but on side out, if this good passing continues, I'd love to see more coming out of Lucy. Lucy West, that is.
Yeah, and on the flip side, Mount Lofty look far more comfortable in this set. The experience, I think, of Bella, a bit of a calming influence on her players being the starting setter. They all understand a little bit better where the ball's going, and they definitely feel a little bit comfortable. But in saying that, there comes Lucy West through the centre. Yeah. Great showing.
Yeah, it's exactly what we're looking for. Really good identification there by Tiana. Sees the middle there, sees it presenting, knows that she's had success in the back end of the set and getting the better of Alice Kelleher there.
Now Lofty returning the favour, using their own medal to great effect to Alice Keller, who's been a driving force for the Mount Lofty team in the pass, in the serve, and also in the attack.
Yeah, it's such an incredible position to be able to play what Alice is doing at the moment. She's a middle blocker, but then she's also a pass hitter when she gets to the back court. Normally what we see is those middle blockers being taken off because they're not as strong on that serve-receive piece. But Coach Zach is like, we actually don't need a libero. Alice is so good all round that we'll have her in the middle block and attack, but then when she gets back court, let's trust her to serve. So she's been a rock for Mount Lofty so far in this game and this season.
Yeah, definitely fulfilling her duties as captain, leading her team to great effect so far. And a great change up there. That's a bit of class there, knowing where the defenders are. It's a no-look tip, so you don't actually see where the gap is, but you just act on instinct there and go, you know what, I don't reckon this defender is hanging out short for me here, and just popping it over the block. Yeah,
great change up there. We haven't seen much in the way of too many change-ups. We've seen it's been a lot of heavy hitting, a lot of, kill or error so far. So both teams, now that we're started to reach the flow point of the game, both teams performing pretty well, having to change things on offense. But Ella Loy saying, nah, no thank you, I'll keep swinging away. Mount Lofty digs it. Stella Builder rips it down the line. Emily Vuong gets the dig, opts for the high free ball. Oh, that would have been a tricky one for Zara McCall to deal with, but unfortunately, Mount Lofty coming away with the easy point.
Yeah, and this is the tricky part for Henley here. They need to be able to find ways out here. Lucy's just entered the back court, so their biggest attacking options now out, so they'll have to rely on Ella Loy a lot more to find their kills. So she makes a pretty good dig, and Emily Vong nearly gets the follow-up as well. This is where the side-out troubles have started for Henley, and so they really need to try and find a way out here to stick in this set and the game. Connor's approached the sideline now, just trying to be a calming influence for them.
Out of system opportunity for Ella. Not in a spot for her to attack it, so goes for the free ball. Bella Baldwin with the one-handed dump. Takes the first ball. Ooh. Oh my goodness, Lucy West continuing her onslaught. I think she's had 4 or 5 contacts, and every single one of them in a row has been a point. So Lucy West coming on and being a driving force for this Henley Hawks team at the moment. So back to serve, would love to see her earn a couple of points here, continue to push her Hawks along. And there it is, another point. She can do no wrong at the moment.
Yeah, it's great to see against a very disciplined Mount Lofty side, just making some bold choices and getting rewards from as well, hitting gaps on the serve.
Oh, hits Sophie and again gets her in trouble.
Oh, good continuation.
Oh, and a rip from backcourt by Sophie in a trouble situation. A ball pops up in the middle of the court and thinks, I'll just whack this to one.
Yeah, I like the choice there from Zara. She's definitely hasn't been her day today, and she just chooses to say, hey, I'll recycle this one for my team and let her teammates who have got their eye on a little bit better to terminate that point.
Yeah, she's really recovered well. If it's not your attacking game, then you got to find a way to just be a little bit more consistent. My goodness.
Celebrated before the ball hits the floor there. Felt good off the hand, so why not?
Ella to Stella. Ella getting the better of her this time, ripping it down the line. Stella at a good position, but we'll get a wicked replay here. Up early against a well-formed double block, and Stella's there, but might have just blinked, lost the ball for a quarter of a second. That's all it takes. Oh, good deep serve. Caitlin catching Caitlin out. Oh
no, just being on the line, I think. It was a great shot, high off hands, but fortunately coming into the front court there. And Tiana Gigovic is coming back to serve. Henley have levelled the scores. We're 10-all here in the third set.
Yeah, we've got a good battle on our hands right now. Both teams exchanging blows. Zara McCauley.
That's the attack.
Great deep swing there. Again, pretty fine margins by Zara, but finding it on this occasion, if that was a line on the sand, Tom, I dare say that we will see a tag and the imprint of the ball will just be on the outside, but a point is a point regardless. She's happy with that.
Yeah, I like that it is a tag, but it was a tag of the other line. She's been missing them left and right, so that one was 2 metres inside back door and, did tag the baseline, but that's the reward for effort.
Bella earning Mount Lofty a point here on serve, pinning a ball down the line, getting the better of Lucy on the overpass. Does she go back to her? She does. Too much mustard on it this time, though. Good lead by Lucy.
Zara here, out of system.
Oh, and no. That's a great high swing by Zara. Bella just instinctively, you can't fault her. We'll get a great angle over here. Zara challenges the block of Lucy high. Oh, unfortunately, the camera just doesn't catch it.
That's the Heathfield cover every time, no matter where you are. Unfortunately, she was just standing out of court.
This isn't 10 up, unfortunately, but goes right back to her.
Yeah.
Oh, good high swing, good challenge. Emily just not able to control that down the line.
Yeah, and Zara's definitely finding her groove now, attacking that heavy backdoor angle, and it's definitely her shot of choice. So good disciplined choices from her and way to work herself back into the game here.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Nice tip from Rebecca, but Mount Lofty reload, and that's a big line kill from Mount Lofty.
Yeah, ripped that down the line, did Sophie, so excellent job there. Apologies, Sophia. I've been saying Sophie this entire game. Sophia, many apologies there. Yeah, you touched on Zara working her way back into this game. I think it was in the first set and even into the second set. She had about 4 or 5 errors, including her service errors. So she's actually worked her way very nicely back into this game after a shaky start. She's actually worked her way back to +2. So after a bit of a tough start, she's clawed back and got herself 7 attack kills here. So really good job recovering here as we see a timeout. Mount Lofty leading 15-12.
Yeah, I think Henley are facing the reverse problem of just not getting their primary attackers into the game. Lucy Aloy and Lucia West have been the players to lead the attacking, and I think at all times they need them firing at all cylinders to keep toe with Mount Lofty at the moment. But they'll come out of a timeout here. They'll want to try and find their first side and put a bit of side-out pressure back onto Mount Lofty. They haven't had a lot, and we're in fact going to get a set of change again. Kate Zander coming back on for Tiana.
I'd love to see Kate work her way back into this game slowly. It's tough coming in. She hasn't been in since halfway through the first set. So ease herself back in here, hope for a good pass and find a comfortable option.
She's not looking sheepish though. She's looking keen, and Emily's taking the first ball here for Lucy to attack high. And
not sure if that was up, but referee believes it's play on. So go back to Lucy again. Lucy gets up high on it and net touch on Stella. No arguments there, but pancake dig there. Not sure if we can get an angle of that. We'll get an angle of the termination of the point here. Stella up on it. Mustn't have been much in that net touch, but it does look like she overreached a little bit. So probably...
and Sophia going for a second pancake attempt there after the point ended.
Oh, good serve, catching Sophia high there. Zara.
Again, trying to attack at a point where maybe it's just better to play the ball over and see what Mount Lofty's attack got.
Yeah, but Henley will take that.
And gap's down to 1 now, 14-15 in the third.
Anna Lalich putting good pressure on serve, wanting to do that again. Decision had to be made there by Zara. She thought it was in. Good dig down the middle, down the line, sorry. Straight into the antenna.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Henley. Mount Lofty wasn't able to execute on the serve receive, just putting a free ball over, but unfortunately Lucy just jamming it a little bit too much line there. And Mount Lofty feel like they got a bit of a freebie there. It's going to be a high
ball. Just getting over the top of Alice, Lucy does. Sophia challenging the hands of Rebecca, pin balls over to Lucy, who can't quite control that ball. So Mount Lofty starting to reach their groove.
And Connor's coming over to have another chat. He's not quite calling a timeout just yet. He's just having a few words with his team.
Well passed by Ella. Crossover. Good job by Lucy West there. Not the ideal set, but still was able to get some pace on it with an open hand tip. And defender in 5, defender in 6, crossing paths to Mount Lofty. Neither of them able to get the touch they wanted. So
good recognition there by Kate. Mount Lofty going to queue up on Lucy Knight, expecting the set to go out there, but recognising they've gone early, and I'll give my middle a free attack at the net.
Good reach. Excellent help there. Stella almost getting the tool from a standing set. Lucy challenging the block. Really good dig.
And Henley will keep the point alive here, out of system. Mount Lofty a free ball.
Kate again with the dig. Emily opting to go high to Lucy, who challenges the block. Zara's there in 6 to get a dig. Bella pushing that quick set. Sophia able to challenge the outside hand of Kate there and just not able to get her hand around the ball. So we'll see a good push here. Good two-step approach from Sophia. Hard challenge.
I like this change from Zach to take out Stella from the back court and give the younger kids a bit of a run with a front court attacker, and Charlotte Montgomery coming back on the set and to serve from Mount Lofty.
Slight delay there. We were without a ball after that substitution, but we're back. Charlotte Montgomery to serve. Oh, going straight for the short serve. Saw what she was going for. Good aggression on serve, but not quite the execution she was looking for. So 3 front court options for her here now to utilise.
Yeah, and it's a bold decision from Zach as well to say, we've got a 3-point lead, but we're going to make our setter and opposite come on and play and keep this lead.
Good
and
hustle.
Yeah, well out of system here, having to quickly recover.
Oh, might be 4 touches. Indeed it is.
And there's frustration from Henley there. They feel a bit hard done by. The ref did signal to have a chat with his second ref, but I think they both agree that there wasn't any touches there.
I don't think they're questioning the 4 touches, Tom. I think what they're questioning is the rotation on which, when the whistle was blown, what Mount Lofty were in. So from what it looked like to me is we had Charlotte Montgomery number 41, Charlotte Montgomery, who had just served, standing in position 1, and the player that she was actually opposite, being number 33, Madison Hunkin, was out of rotation. So Charlotte was actually standing directly next to her libero, Caitlin Eggle, and when you're a setter in position 1, you should have your position 2 serve receiver standing right in front of you, but she didn't have anyone in front of her, and she had all 3 players stacked over in position 4. So not sure whether either of the referees yet. No, they don't tend to agree, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a hard one to retroactively correct because you're trying to say where these players were, and even I'm losing track. So point goes to Mount Lofty.
Right back into the action. Good pass by Lucy on a short serve, and Ella steams in, ripping that cross court, challenging the block of Alice Kelleher, but getting her the best of this time. So bit of a delay, but Henley taking advantage of it. Yeah. Right back to it.
Yeah, good bounce back. Still a little bit of work to do, but it's only a 2-point deficit now, so they're going to try and ask some questions, and we'll see what the result is for this third set.
Stable on pass from Zara.
Great
swing. There we go. She's adjusted really well in this game, understanding that, her typical heavy swings, painting the line might not be on the cards today. So been opting for more stable shots there. We see her challenging the outside hand of Kate, getting the better of that. I think she may have even got the touch and landed in. So good job.
Yeah, it's great to see that she can do it off either setter. It's clearly been a change that she's made herself, and she's taken responsibility for all the attacks.
Deep, slow serve, catching Lucy high.
Getting out of system.
Oh, well controlled by Rebecca there.
And Lofty had a system and a tip.
Oh.
They call down on the pancake attempt from Emily.
Yeah.
So fantastic kill from Sophia Vorak.
And we have another Henley timeout here. So still plenty of time for Henley here. Down 17-21. Mount Lofty looking to close out 3-0. Volleyball SA wishes to thank Peligra, the principal partner, for their ongoing support. Thanks to Peligra's support, Volleyball SA can showcase the athleticism of our elite volleyballers in SA on the national stage and show Australia why volleyball is a globally loved game.
It's red zone, Reggie. Henley down 4. A lot of work to do.
Yep.
Is it just about risk-taking at this point, rolling the dice and seeing what comes up?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think they've reached a point in the game where they're starting to play more consistent. We're seeing a better offense run. We're seeing the 3 passes put better passes up, whether it's Kate on the court, whoever's there setting. I think at this point in the game, when you're being a little bit more tentative out of system, I say you go after it. You've got nothing to lose here. So out of system opportunity for Ella, and she tends to agree, rips on that ball, but really good recovery by Mount Lofty.
And here's the hard part now, out of system to follow up on the point. Emily's rolling around the floor, recovers, and Zara, too good.
Very well done. Unable to find the court as much as she would like this game, so she's like, you know what, I'll just go for the hand. So good out of system set there. Good job getting the height on it by Charlotte, letting Zara challenge those outside hands. So 22-17 for Mount Lofty now, up 2-0.
Yeah, they're closing in on this match point now. Again, staying disciplined, hitting Lucy as Henley try a middle attack, but Alice is there to counter, and another big line attack.
Great digs. Emily Long, and then Kate able to recover that. She's going to get an opportunity to go on 2 here. Alice out of system as a middle, setting the ball. Ella Loy getting a block touch. Mount Lofty again without a setter. Standing roll shot in this time by Zara McCauley. Rebecca, what does she do out of system? Short roll shot. Gets away with it. Loves it with a stomp on the floor. An extended rally. Henley Hawks coming away with it. Some desperation coming into the game of Henley Hawks, which you love to see. Bringing it to 18-22.
Connor with his hands on his head. I don't know whether out of frustration, I think out of relief, of that was a very back and forth rally. So happy that his team got away with it, but unfortunately Lofty responds with a clean side out.
Yeah, Aria Holmes there perfectly on time on the Be Quick. Snaps it into position 5. Unfortunately, Emily Wong nowhere near that one. We see our double our double substitution change back. So Bella Baldwin coming back in, Stella Builder coming back in. We've got Madison Hunkin out and then Charlotte Montgomery out. I'd imagine that's the last entry we see for the game. Oh, unfortunate there outside the antenna. Rebecca Larissa put in a tricky situation, giving Mount Lofty 6 match points, 24-18. Great pass. Ella having an opportunity, tips it. Good dig. It's still alive.
I think that one is off the stick there, but play on.
Rebecca challenging high. Sophia laps up that free ball. Stella for the match. Gets blocked. Rebecca Larissa loves that. They probably should have won the point earlier off of that dig. Caitlin Eggle doing a good job sprawling out. It may have hit the antenna, but the referees don't agree. But because of it, we get a monster block. So awesome response from the Henley Hawks. Oh, change up, short serve. And excellent finish. Aria Holmes again, having a whack to 5. Mount Lofty comes away. That's set 25-19, 3 sets to 0 versus the Henley Hawks.
Yeah, well done to Mount Lofty. Just a team with a little bit more polish and discipline overall. Great structure, so well done to them. And thank you all for joining us today. It's been a fantastic day of volleyball, and we'd just like to thank you for joining us today.
Once more, would like to thank all the sponsors that support Volleyball South Australia on this Mother's Day round and the Premier live stream. So thank you to the Arkaba, Peligra, Mahindra, the Zara Foundation, Valor, Physio Extra, Nippies, Mikasa, Sassy, City of Holdfast Bay, and the City of Salisbury. Thank you all for your ongoing support for volleyball here in South Australia. Once again, this has been Regan Fathers and Tom Rogers signing off for round 5. Everyone, have a fantastic Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day, and we'll see you next time at Adelaide Arena.
See you later, guys.